What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is Thursday. We are closed today. And here to make a video about tire sales. Tire sales LA Mamba style. Here we go. So I want to talk to you about tire sales, how the whole thing starts with the sales. You know, there's like a funnel, right? In every business there's a funnel. So like when it comes to like marketing online, it's like how many clicks you get onto your website, and then from the clicks, you know, they see what you got, and then from where you got, they like, okay, certain percentage of those people that click, you know, they buy because they like what they see, right? So it's like, I don't know, let's just say like 100 people will go to your website and you know, probably like, I don't know, 3% buy or something like that on your website. Just an example, right? When it comes to like online sales, I don't do online sales like that, but I'm gonna talk about the tire shop business as a brick and mortar sales, and which pretty much means, you know, like a physical shop like you see here. So I want to go through the whole since the beginning, right? A lot of people don't know how it works, and I'll let you know how it works. So when it comes to a tire shop, you know, people ask me about, okay, location, how is it? And so I'll just tell you right now, you want to have a location that's either like on the main street or off of the main street that has a lot of traffic. So you gotta have a lot of cars passing by. How many? Who knows? Because like I don't do those measurements and shit on the street. So you just see a bunch of cars passing by, you know, it's a good place to put a tire shop. Pretty much put it like that. And the tire shop is gonna be visible somewhat, or you know, or somewhat like you can put like tires in the front, so like everybody knows the tires in the front. It's a tire shop, you know. Put a sign on the tires like fix flats or like tires or whatever. So if you got that, then you're good. And that's where it all starts, right? Now, and this video is gonna be for like the owners and the workers, just so like everybody knows the whole, like pretty much the whole style, how it works, you know. So if you did that part good, then you're good already. If you didn't have that part, then it's gonna be tough. If your shop's hidden, it just makes everything harder, you know. Like a tire shop needs visibility. There's businesses that don't need visibility, and when it comes to like renting places or owning them, they do cost more. So that's why some people that are like on main street places that don't need the visibility, they'll like move to another place that's cheaper in rent and probably get like more square footage than being at their current spot. Anyways, the point is, that's where it starts. Next thing is, because you have visibility, now this is the main, this is not what I'm talking about now, is not all of it, but this is like how it all starts mainly. Like I would say probably like 75% of your business is like this. And I also don't like to admit that, because now it's like about, oh yeah, location. But this is how it starts. When you get more years in the business, then it becomes less about that. It still helps the same way, it still comes the same way, but you don't really need it as much when you already have your clientele. But this is from the beginning. So because people are driving by your place and they can see it, then they're like, oh, okay, there's a tire shop there. They drive by and they go to work, and then next time, oh shit, they always see your place. So they say like on the average they gotta see your place like 7 times in order for them to like think about like doing business with you. So if you're at a place that is on their way to the job, on their way to home, or whatever it is that they constantly drive by, they're gonna know you're there. And I mean, I've had many people throughout many years tell me, hey, I always drive by your place, I didn't know that was yours. Or, oh, I always drive by, I wanted to stop by to buy some tires. Or, man, I never like been here, but I always seen your place for many years, right? So that's how it starts. And then you go to they come in, but they're gonna come in for like air, right? Or they're gonna come in for a patch, tire patch. So I'll explain both ways. So when it comes to air, my thing is give it to them free. So give them to free air. One of your guys can do it, or you do it, or whatever. Usually they don't get the hose and they don't put their own air. They can if they feel comfortable doing that and they know how to do it because they like a car guy or a car girl or something. But for the most part, you put air, like I will say like 98% you're gonna put air on their car. So you don't charge them. Why you don't charge them, even though it's a service? So if they go to a gas station, they have air service too for free. A lot of times they can just tell, hey, free air please, and they'll get the free air. But at the gas stations, their gauges suck. Like on average we gotta replace our gauges like 6 months, and gas station, they freaking go years without replacing the gauges. So the gauges don't work, like, again, 98% of the time, right, or more. And so all they can do is just put air in their thing, and in their fucking valve stem, right? So your place is gonna be better because you have a working gauge, and also you have someone to put air in their tires. They don't gotta suffer with the machine and walk over there and walk over the back, you know what I mean? So they'll be coming to your shop for air. So why not charge? Because there's a few reasons. One, people don't want to pay for air only, and I understand. Just imagine you need a little bit of air, you want to go over there, put air, and you gotta pay for that. Two, if it's just like a little air, by the way, not a lot, right? Two is, if you don't charge for air as a service, it's kind of like this, kind of like, oh yeah, like, how much is it? And it's like, oh, nothing. Then you'll want to give a tip of like $5. Oh, here you go. You feel like you did a good deed, right? $4, here you go, $3, whatever. Like, you feel like you tipped as a customer. You know how it is. Everybody's talking about tipping. So like, if you tip, you feel good and shit, right? But if you say, oh, it's $4, then they'll be like, $4, that's a lot of money. Like, I'm not gonna come back here again. And people tell me that. I have a lot of conversations with customers and people, my friends, and they go to tire shops, they tell them $4 for like one air, put air on one tire and $4. Like, fuck that, rip off. Especially like people that don't have a lot of money, they'll just like, hell no, fuck that, But if you tell them it's nothing, and they have like cash, oh yeah, you're cool, and oh yeah, hey, here you go, man, buy yourself a freaking a soda for whatever, and then like, oh yeah, cool. I don't know, it's just something about like, tell them it's free and they tip. It's like 10 times more better than like, you still got the $4, but you told them it was like $4. And like, we never charged her like forever, like since like we opened the shop in like 1978, we never charged. So like, that's how you enter the friendship, the relationship with you and the customer, right? As the shop and the customer. So, and even the work and the customer too. And so next time they're gonna think, oh yeah, I need air real quick, I just pop in, put air and leave right away, it's real fast. And so they're gonna want to go to your shop first instead of going to a freaking gas station when they're like, those shit don't even work, like, how much air does it have? Who knows, right? So then they're gonna want to stop because of that reason first. So this all I'm talking about, everything is about the mindset. So that's the introduction for like a lot of your people, a lot of your future customers. The next one is the patch. So they get a nail, they see your shop a lot, they go and then they see the service, right? So they want a patch, whatever you charge. Let's just call it $20. That's what I'm giving my price. Prices around the area right here, $20, right? So it's true, you don't make much money from the patch, and it's true, it does take somewhat amount of time to do it. So when it comes to your return on investment, which is like how much you're paying your worker and how much you're getting back, it's like, it pays for them, but it doesn't make anything money for you, right? And that's why you want to have like multiple workers, so you don't have to do that stuff in the future whenever you can, because there's gonna be a lot of this going on. A lot of like people coming in for air, and a lot of people coming in for patches. And you gotta be doing your business too, your sales, your marketing, and all that stuff. So here we go. So then patching, you don't do the patches to make money, you know. Like, patches are for an introduction to people come to your business and see the operation, you know, see the location, feel comfortable coming in. Number one thing is so they can feel comfortable coming in, or when it comes in and they already know it's very easy to come in and do work, then they're gonna feel very comfortable and easily come in later when they need something else. More important than the patch. So let's say a patch is like, oh, you know what, it loses air, you know, little by little. You can go like a few days without putting air, you're good, right? Like on the third day, then you gotta put air again. So, but when they really need something, like, oh shoot, like, man, my tires are super bald and I gotta go to like vacation like the next day. Now they really need you. Now they don't have no choice but to like go to a tire shop and change their tires. So now when they really need you, then they'll be like, how much is it? This much. Done, let's do it. You know? That's how it ends up being, because they already came in for a patch. They felt comfortable being around. They tested you with little stuff. You know, when you test things, you want like a little bite size. Like, you go to the stores, you want to taste the food. Give me a little bit here, a little bit there. Well, that's how they taste your business. They come in here, they sample the product, the patching, the service, the speed. Speed is very important. And then they'll make their judgment on that after. All right, are they gonna come? Am I gonna go next time? Yes or no? And they already know that by the time they leave. Before they leave your shop for that patch, they know they're gonna come back in the future. Yes or no? Same way I am with the restaurants. It's easy for me to go try new places, but it's not that easy for me to come back because of like the taste of the food. Mainly the service I can deal with, you know, but I'm like, what do they sell, and do I like, yes or no? Well, same thing with the tire shop, same exact way. So patches are not made for you to make money, pretty much. It's all an introduction. So once you have the customer base, now that's when the real magic begins. Now I'll tell you, this takes like months of work for you to get a customer, right? First, either half of the customers come in through, like, just an example, the people that are gonna walk in that they don't get recommended to you, half of them are gonna come in for like air, half are gonna come in for like patches, right? Very few are gonna come in for like, oh yeah, like, I'm just randomly coming in for like tires and shit, you know, like, that's random, like, it's not really common. Like, never been to your shop before and I want to buy new tires, and no one recommended them and they never seen you before. That's not common. So, you know, repeat the business is the best. I'm not gonna get into that. Repeat business or recommendations are the best money makers, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the other two ways of getting customers. So once they come in and do that, and they already know you, know your business, and then they'll come in months later or years later or a year later to buy used tires or to buy new tires. Now it's easier for them to come in just to like randomly and buy a used tire. That's cool. But when it comes to like sets of 4 of new, sets of 4 used, or pairs, they want to try you out first, and that's how they try you out. So again, I want to make a big point out of this, because there's, you know, people that really understand how this business works. Yeah, is okay, my time is valuable, I don't want to waste time doing patches. Well, I agree, I don't want to do that either. You know, all the money is in the sales, in the new and in the used. So how are you gonna get your customers though if you don't want to like play that game? It's kind of like, how are you gonna make a girl fall in love with you if you don't want to like date her and all that stuff, sweet talking, all that stuff for like a long time before that, right? So it's the same exact way for business. So you're gonna have to earn your business, and yeah, it's gonna take you years to do this, but that's how you gotta be active all the time, and all the time active, being great customer service. And I mean, I don't want to get into it, but if it comes to like bad customer service, like you have negative like employees and stuff like that, man, that's like the best way to kill your business, you know. And I mean, a bad job like or a bad service will spread like, you know, 7 times faster than if you do a good job, a great job, and that'll spread like way slower than like something goes bad. So the point is, it is going to take a long time to build your customer, but the good news is it's slowly but surely, you know. So like for sure it's going to happen. It's like real estate, you're going to get rich for sure slowly. Pretty much like build wealth for sure. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a build wealth for sure slowly. And the same thing with the tire shop business. So the good thing is that also is when you have the customers, and they start recommending you business, then it's like it's really hard for that business to start going away. Like it's gonna be very consistent. So that's the good news about it. Is like once you get them like kind of like for years, you know, hopefully for life, but you're gonna have them bring you repeat business for themselves. You're gonna have them recommend you their friends and their family. And so once those guys come in, again, you know, when they come in, then they bring more friends and family themselves. And you know, on average it's like one guy brings like one guy, or whatever it is, you know. And that's awesome, right? And there's some people that are gonna be like studs, and like one person is gonna bring like 10 people, like throughout the years and stuff. And those people are gonna bring more people. It's just like a chain, you know. It's like a freaking, and then sooner or later you're gonna have all like freaking hundreds or I don't know, thousands of customers consistently throughout many years. So this is a very long-term business, and that's just like when it comes to physically people finding you, people like when it comes to like the sales, that's like the most important part, because once they know you, they like you, they like your shop, then it's like easy to sell. It's like it doesn't take much work. They're like, okay, this is what I have, and they have like a different size. Just an example, make it tougher, right? So they have like a 205 50 17, but I have like a, I don't know, 205 55 17, and so like it's gonna be like, hey, you know what? I don't have your size, but I got this size. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Yes. Okay. As long as it works, I don't care. It's all good. Put it, because they like you, like they trust you, you know. So it becomes very easy to make sales like that. But it all starts from the beginning, from the ground up. And so you're gonna be like digging for the you know, the customers, digging and digging and digging. Some people just come here and never come back, you know. Some people just come put a patch and never come back because they're not in their area. I mean, they don't really care about like tire service. Like they're like, I'll go anywhere. You know, those people are like, you don't really count them, because like those people, they're gonna be like just going anywhere. They don't care. Like, I mean, they do a good job and anything. Oh, cool, yeah, awesome. You keep your mind, whatever. But there's like, they don't matter. Let's go over here, go over there. So those very few people like that. Most people are gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna always need tires. I'm gonna always need patches. I'm gonna always need air. I gotta find a spot where I can be going over and over and over, because I like it there. Good prices, good people, and that's one less thing I gotta worry about. Now I got like 99 other things I gotta shop for, right? So then you have to find you, and they stick with you, and that's it. Like, I mean, there's so many people out there. It's like they gotta go somewhere for freaking tires. You know, there's just so many tire shops too. It's like, just think about it. How these tire shops exist? Well, they gotta be cash flowing. You know, they gotta be making money to pay the rent and all that. You know, it's very expensive rent and stuff like that. So they gotta be making money from customers, right? So that means there's a whole bunch of business, and there's like more business than you can handle, pretty much. There's more people, there's more cars than you can handle. And it's not like one car, one person. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of cars, like 3-4 cars in their family, or 7 cars, or whatever. It's like, it's a husband, wife, and the kid, and they got like 7 cars, you know? Same thing with me. I have multiple cars, and just like, I'm gonna need multiple tires, right? So those cars gotta go somewhere. So hope that helps. That's like the most important part. When I mean, going from there, it's gonna be pretty easy. I mean, like, okay, like I gotta use tire. I mean, I need a used tire. Okay, come to the back, grab the tire, take it to the front, let them see it. How much is it? 45 plus tags. Mount it, balance, throw away the junk tire included. And then like, okay, go ahead, put it on. And you know, the rest is history from there. All right, guys, hope you liked this video. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Mamba out.